not ready to go yet, okay? I'm not ready. You gotta wait. I got shit to do. I'm in the middle of something, all right? Just hold on.
Watch your mouth or don't come in here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, people, come on, we're adults here.
You know what? What is the point?
Yeah, we're adults here. I got a fucking Burger King fucking thing on my head. We're all fucking adults here, guys. People, in my chat, 2 words. What are they? 2 words. Let me see the chat flood. Let me see the chat flood. 2 words. Okay, next caller. Please. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, which translate in American to dick and balls.
I got flip-flops. These are my flip-flops. Yeah, I really like my flip-flops because I can put them on. Because look, watch me put them on. I can put them on all by myself. Watch me put them on. Look, are you watching? Look, these are my flip-flops.
Thanksgiving Day. I remember it clearly. It was Thanksgiving Day. I was inserting myself in somebody else's fucking business as a cash grab, and you know.
This channel is harsh reality.
Karen Yak se jodió la sucia vida. Amen.
This is Jonathan Lee Riches. I have cheeseburgers. I'm gonna put cheese on them. I'm gonna make sure that I have my hamburgers because I'm a big boy now and I can make the hamburgers. My mom lets me use the stove now.
And I'm just like, wow, I like receipts, and they brought receipts. Like they had evidence to back up everything they said. And I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be another side to this, right? Like this can't. No, this is too fantastic.
Yeah, because you're not going to just jump to the conclusion that there's a conspiracy amongst cops to cover up a murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, cops and just like soccer moms and shit. Like that's what made it even crazier. Like,
yeah, get it, Betty. Yeah,
did you have a close relationship with your mom?
Get it, Betty.
Oh, of course, I still do.
Yeah.
My older sister was kind of sad. She was more of the prissy girl that likes going.
That is the best shit fucking
shopping
ever.
for dresses with mommy. I was the tomboy that liked playing with the feet.
Shout out to Cherry for just being easily the most faithful and loyal supporter that I've ever had, man. That someone could have that tenacity with loyalty. And I'm really blessed to have someone like Cherry. That someone could have that tenacity with loyalty. And I'm really blessed to have someone like Cherry be part of this channel and in my life. So it means a lot. And yes, I named him after Mr. T and Rocky. Say, woman. Say, woman. Say, woman. Said your old man ain't got no heart. Why don't you come down to my apartment tonight and I'll show you a real man. Oh my God, I'm so in love with this little dude. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I love you guys very, 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 very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends. Oh, say bye. Say bye. Oh, I love you too. Give me a kiss. Oh, I love you. Bye, guys.
this yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
When a woman wears a scarf, she's telling the world, I'm confident, sophisticated, practical, sensational. Accessorizing with scarves is the most exciting trend in fashion today, and you're about to be a part of it. Also remember, you can stop and review anytime you need a second look.
Hi, I'm Susan Bearden, a career woman. You may know me from commercials and fashion magazines. Believe me, it's easy, and all it takes is a scarf.
Join us in a glamorous environment where we teach you the skills to add a freshness to your wardrobe, a dash of color, a naughty look, or make a fashion statement and capture the changing moods and nuances that come from living with scarves.
We want you to wear your scarves. It's time to get them out of the drawer. And let's start wearing scarves again.
Hi everybody, come on in. Welcome to Scarf Trends. We're also going to show you later on how to put it around your fanny even.
Oh, yes we are.
Scarves aren't just for necks anymore.
You just wait and see what all we end up doing here today.
Bopping along. You're the ever-ready, whatever it is, bunny.
You always wear your scarf on the left.
And why is that?
Because you read from left to right.
Hot tips, scarf clips, clip ears, scarves, stuff pockets, tie a pony, make belts, and even become flowers.
A small scarf tied above the brim instantly makes a baseball hat something to cheer about.
Cross the ends in the back and bring around and tie a knot under your chin. Tuck the ends in.
Fan it out. Gives you that wonderful jabot look.
The look is very French, n'est-ce pas? Try adding a pair of sunglasses and a trench coat, and voila, Audrey Hepburn.
Anytime that you're large busted, you don't want anything
accentuating.
No, you absolutely don't.
Unless you're very, very proud of them, I guess.
Spread the puff, smooth out the panels,
and just letting it flop.
Just letting it flop.
How much in life looks good when it flops? Not much, but that does.
Now you know how to tie a scarf.
And everyone keeps saying to me, oh, I wish you could go home with me. Well, here I am.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope you've learned as much as I have today, and thank you both again.
Thank you.
All right, sugar, it's a proton pack. Don't cross the streams, they tell me. Sounds bad for your health. You hit this switch right here and pow, goodbye, spook. Like taking care of business, only a little mess.
Marty, this baby hits 88, you're gonna see some serious fire, man. Keep these over those peepers of yours. One push to this little red fella right here. Boom, she's gone. What you say, huh?
Cut down, set a course for the Cephas cluster. Warp 7 and make it graceful.
Great. Could you give us one more, maybe something improvised?
Sure thing. All hands strap in. We're about to shake, rattle, and roll straight through that nebula.
Evening. Name's Elvis Presley, reading for the part of Neo. I know this ain't real, but I feel it just the same. Try it cooler, like you're figuring.
And whenever you're set, Mr. Presley.
All right, man, here we go. You take the red one, you stay in Wonderland with me. You take the blue one, you wake up in your bed thinking it was just a dream. Simple as a hound dog on a porch.
Great. Cut there.
Evening.
Okay.
Name's Elvis Presley. I'm reading for Edward. I don't mean to bother nobody. I don't know what to do with these hands sometimes, but I promise I won't hurt you.
Thank you, Elvis.
Got treasures and trinkets, a whole coral crown, but the thing that I'm missing can't be found underground.
Ever you're ready, Mr. Presley. Camera's rolling.
Yes, ma'am. All right. My mom always said life is kind of like a box of chocolates. You never do know what you're going to get. That's it right there.
Great, thank you.
I'm not a coal miner. I'm a merman! Merman, baby! Ooh, a hunk of burning sea foam. If it bleeds, we can kill it. very much.
I built these walls to keep the daylight out, but the day keeps finding me. You want the truth? I don't know who I am when the elevator doors close.
Thank you, Mr. King.
Thank you.
All right, sugar. This is Samantha talking. You can have my heart, my number, and maybe if you're lucky, my last martini. But don't fall in love. I'm a limited edition.
Well, that
You
was
nailed the
something,
attitude.
Yeah, unconventionally perfect.
Woo! Good afternoon, my friends. It's great to see you guys as always. I hope everybody's doing well. Having a pretty good day so far. It's a pretty day here in Tennessee, and walked clubber and had a little members only thing going on. I'm enjoying those. I hope that the members are enjoying them as well. Speaking of which, welcome Gigi Love 11. Thank you so much for becoming a member. So holy what? She's like Texas, just gifted 20 memberships, people. 20 memberships. And I hate these handles. Thank you for gifting a membership. I appreciate it. Let's give you one. So yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about. I don't think this is gonna be a very long one because the stuff I'm gonna go over is gonna be pretty quick. Kelsey Fitzsimmons had a big win today, which we'll talk about a little bit. But first, before I get into that, I want to get into something that was that Ted Daniel had posted today. And I loved his. Let me do this real quick. Hold on. I loved his post because dude's post had a little teeth, man, and I like that. I like that a lot. Ted Daniel posted 3 hours ago this article that he wrote, and it says the headline in the post says one story often leads to another. That's what happened here. Internal Affairs report said Michael Proctor's GPS tracker was switched off during a trip to the Cape he was disciplined for. I wanted to know more about this GPS kill switch and who else had one. So Ted Daniels did some investigative journalism and wrote an article, which I'll read after I play the piece that 25 Investigates put out. Here we go. Oh, wait. Mute.
That's how much the Massachusetts State Police spent. $1,000 a month in taxpayer money. That's how much the Massachusetts State Police spent. Nearly $70,000 a month in taxpayer money. That's how
$70,000 a month in taxpayer money is what they spend on the GPS trackers in these cars. $70,000 a month. What? Robin G gifted 5 memberships too. Oh my God. You guys are amazing. Yeah. And as far as, let me address this real quick. As far as, well, let me give the round of applause. So yeah, oh, you guys are thinking what I'm thinking. Because as far as, real quick, I'm going to get back to that. What's up, Dream Feed Media? It's good to see you. As far as the, just a little bit off subject here, I realize that people they keep getting blocked. For those of you who don't know why you've been cool and you don't know why you've been hidden, send me your URL or to Cherry, especially if you're members and you're in the Discord. Be the easiest thing to do is just share your URL to your channel, because technically every single handle in here is a YouTube channel. You can upload videos, you can do whatever you want. Like you can't get monetized unless you get, I think it's like 1,000 subscribers and then a certain amount of watch time hours. But I feel like I may have rectified the situation, because there were a couple of names in my moderators list that I don't know if they're doing anything, but they shouldn't have wrenches at this point. I made the executive decision to take those. And so I saw that today and was like, okay, maybe this is it. Hopefully that fixes the problem. Because I mean, it might just be YouTube. I don't know. But either way, those people shouldn't even have wrenches. So hopefully we can get this all worked out and fix this little problem. I don't know if it's YouTube. But yeah, I believe you, Scott. I believe you. And yeah, I mean, I just don't want, leave the hiding. If you guys have wrenches here, please leave the hiding of people to Cherry, unless I say otherwise, like I did last night. Just, if somebody's being real rude, just, unless they're an obvious troll, but still, Cherry doesn't miss anything. So just leave that to her. She'll handle that. I mean, I've seen her handle chats with 5,000 people completely by herself and just fucking own it. So Cherry's a super mod. So yeah, hopefully that fixes the problem. But like I said, let's find a way. Cherry, if you could drop your email in the chat. Let's, if you're listening, but you can't comment because you've been hidden and unjustly, you can okay, sorry, I got distracted by the chat. Oh, thank you for gifting a membership, Eth Joe. Appreciate that. So yeah, what you're gonna do is you're gonna email Cherry your URL for your channel. So you just go to your YouTube profile and hit the 3 little dots at the top and hit share and copy the link and then share it to that email, and with a little explanation who you are. And I think Cherry can actually, it doesn't even have to be me. I think Cherry is anybody with a wrench can actually unhide through YouTube like that. Used to be you had to go into YouTube Studio. It was a very, very tedious process and just a pain in the ass. So now going back to this, $70,000. Let me take care of this because I never check these DMs, but I recognize this name and this person is a supporter. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of, because we all like Nicola Maxwell. She's a great supporter of a lot of the channels in the community. She's great. She's really kind. And so she is unhidden. Nicola, you can join us again. So, who the fuck's talking about drama? Shut the fuck up. Like, I'll give you some fucking drama. We'll make some drama, me and you, in this motherfucker right now. Believe that shit. Okay. Anyway. So $70,000 a month in GPS trackers in the vehicles. Let's just hear this again. Let's just hear this. But right after we give Dennis Ballin some props. Man, this whole damn chat's going to be green. You guys keep this up. I'm really grateful for the support. You guys are awesome.
Much the Massachusetts State, nearly $70,000 a month in taxpayer money. That's how much the Massachusetts State Police spends to track troopers on the road. The GPS system is supposed to boost transparency and accountability, but 25 Investigates found it can be defeated with the flip of a switch. Here's investigative reporter today.
Wow.
We begin this story with a name you're likely familiar with, Michael Proctor. He's the former state police detective fired for conduct revealed in Karen Reed's first trial. I started looking into state police GPS tracking after learning how Proctor stayed off the radar with his. Michael Proctor was fired for his texts about Karen Reed and for what he did on an overtime shift, where he was making time and a half.
You also investigated Michael Proctor for this allegation of drinking on duty, correct? I did.
Proctor and Canton Police Detective Kevin Albert drove to the Cape in Proctor's unmarked cruiser. While investigating a cold case, they stopped for cold beers at Treehouse Brewery in Sandwich.
Wow.
And then dinner and more drinks at a restaurant in Hanover on the way home. Proctor's cruiser was equipped with a hardwired GPS tracker. State police began installing the devices in all of their vehicles in 2019.
Dude, I just can't, bro. Like, this fucking couch farter is like, oh, you know what we're going to do? Like, all right, it's a cold case. We're not going to solve that shit. Let's just go get fucked up. Like, what? Like, you guys in Massachusetts paid for these assholes to go get drunk and eat dinner. The fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy. These guys suck.
The initial cost, $225,000.
So I believe that this is an important step forward for the department, an important resource for the department.
Then Colonel Christopher Mason touted it as an accountability tool following the overtime fraud scandal that rocked the agency in 2018.
So we'll now have the ability to track historical time and attendance.
25 Investigates filed a public records request for Proctor's GPS data on the day he went to the Cape with Kevin Albert. If you go by the report, Proctor drove a total of 8 seconds that day and never left his hometown of Canton.
The rest of the travels were never recorded. With
Wow.
the flip of a switch, he was able to turn his tracker off.
And fair to say you found no violation of misconduct in that respect.
Correct.
Michael, would you like to make any comment? Proctor was never disciplined for turning off his vehicle locator because he was authorized to.
You can't shut the radio off, so why would you shut that off?
Dennis Galvin is a retired state police major and president of the Massachusetts Association for Professional Law Enforcement. There are roughly 3,000 state police vehicles with GPS locators on the road. 25 Investigates found 418 of them have a kill switch. An agency spokesperson says tracking can only be disabled with a supervisor's permission, and only in sensitive investigations where location data can put people at risk. We asked Galvin about that.
You could wind up disclosing information about critical witnesses or even informants and things like that. And those are things that it would be in the department's interest to make sure that weren't available.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Why isn't this working? Fucking with my shit, man. Why is that? What is happening right now? No way did that happen. No. That can't be. Why is this not? Guys, I might have to like exit out of here and then I know Cherry's really happy right now because my StreamYard won't scroll to get to the super chat song. But anyway, well, maybe if I get, nope, I can't do it. So no super chat song, guys. I apologize, but Terry Sue, thank you so much. All the love and support for you and Aiden. We have Turtle Boy to free. Yes, we do. Absolutely 100%. Decline, always excuses. Thank you so much. Nicola Maxwell, welcome back. Thank you, Will. Love you in this chat. Yeah. Cherry's very happy about that. Yeah, this is wild. Hold on, let me finish this up.
But the switch can be abused. A state police internal affairs report from 2021 says then trooper Dwayne Correa had his gun stolen out of his unmarked cruiser following a night of drinking in Providence. The report says Correa disabled his tracker to conceal his whereabouts from his supervisors.
Wow. There's a management obligation here to make sure that that there's compliance.
State police denied our request for a list of all the vehicles we're tracking.
Dr. Edward Moskowitz,
calling
hello.
it detrimental
It's great to see you again.
to the security and safety of uniformed members.
A state police spokesperson tells me newly appointed Colonel Jeffrey Noble recently increased oversight on the small number of requests to temporarily disable the system to protect the personal safety of troopers, victims, and witnesses. And state police say that GPS data is cross-referenced when reviewing payroll. For 25 Investigates, I'm Ted Daniel.
Wow. So I'm going to go ahead and read the article. My music bullshit.
Words. His second term was marred by scandal involving the leak of a CIA operative.
Oh, yeah. Dick Cheney died. Bummer. Is it, though? I mean, I don't know. I was not at all interested in politics at all when he was the vice president. So I don't even know. Like, I know a lot of people hate him. I know liberals fucking hate him. But I still don't see any reason why we would have gone into Iraq for 9/11. That didn't make sense to me. It still doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, R.I.P. Dick Cheney, or don't, whatever. Sarah B. Creative, thank you for Cherry. Hold on here. Love the Glare and Cherry. Pinky. His daughter's even worse. Yeah, I heard his daughter sucked, man. She's terrible. I don't follow that stuff too closely. That's the one of the perils of an 8th grade education and a GED. So I'm going to read this article because and it's going to seem a little repetitive because we just saw the summary of this on in this video, but I'm going to read this article. The Massachusetts State Police, and Ted Daniel wrote this. The Massachusetts State Police spends nearly $70,000 a month on a sophisticated GPS tracking system designed to enhance accountability and public safety. But 25 investigators discovered a loophole. Hundreds of cruisers are equipped with a kill switch that always the tracking to be disabled. And you know these douchebags would probably make the little pun when they do it, like, oh, we're going to go get fucked up. Kill switch engaged. And then they go and fucking drink and listen to fucking Creed. You know, like I can't with these assholes, dude. Like I have nothing against cops, but there are so many cops. There's just some like a typecast type of dude that seems to become a Massachusetts State Police officer, at least the douchey ones, and they all just fall under this category of just like the worst possible fucking just poor taste in everything. Everything poor taste. Their humor is poor taste. The things they find interesting are poor taste. The music that they listen to is poor taste. Dude, I will never ever get to unhear Bukkake singing Creed all drunk. Like, it's so crazy to me. Yeah, and fucking Nickelback. Guarantee these motherfuckers are Nickelback fans, dude. Like, I hate Nickelback so much. Like, they did a pretty good, I saw them do a pretty good like Metallica cover. That was cool. And it sounded good. The thing about Nickelback is they're not a bad band. I hate their fucking music. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get a little off subject here and tell you guys a quick little story. I back in Miami, this must have been 15, 20 years ago. Very briefly, I dated this woman and she was a teacher. And she was a big, huge Nickelback fan. And I overlooked this. I really did. I overlooked this. I was like, okay, whatever, as long as I don't have to listen to it, you know? And she so we're getting along pretty good for the first few times we hung out. And I'm just like, and then at one point she's like, so you're going to come with me to a Nickelback show. And I was like, no, I'm not. No way. It's not going to happen. And she's like, why not? Why won't you go to a Nickelback show? I'm like, because I fucking hate Nickelback. And then she was like, okay, whatever. And then like a week later, she's like, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, I got us Nickelback tickets. And I was like, who's us? I mean, I hope you and whoever you're taking is going to have fun. Right on. Because I'm not going to fucking Nickelback. So she's like, but I bought the tickets. And I'm like, after I clearly told you that I'd rather stuff feces in my ears because it's virtually the same experience. I'm not interested in seeing Nickelback at all. And So she's like, thank you on top for becoming a member. And so she's like, this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And she gets like really mad about it. I'm like, this is where I realize she's insane, because I'm like, why would you want to take somebody? I know you have friends that like this band. Take somebody who's going to enjoy it. Why? What pleasure are you going to get out of me, who clearly has a very established taste in music and already an established opinion of this band? Like, why? So already I'm getting red flags that she's fucking crazy. And then she turned out to be crazy. And then I was just like, nope. And that was it. That's why we broke up, because she wanted to take me to a Nickelback show and I refused. Even though I was very clear that I was have a miserable fucking time, and she just didn't care. Right. Exactly, dude. That's not gonna happen. So yeah. Anyway, that's my Nickelback story. So investigative reporter Ted Daniel learned about the feature while reviewing disciplinary records about former state police detective Michael Proctor, who was fired for conduct revealed in Karen Reed's first murder trial. Proctor was being investigated for an overtime shift where he and Canton Police Detective Kevin Albert stated they traveled to Cape Cod to work a cold case. Documents from state police and Canton police show the two stopped for beers at Treehouse Brewery in Sandwich before having dinner and more drinks in Hanover on the way home. The following day, Albert texted Proctor a picture of 2 alcoholic drinks with a message. "It's bad. I was hungover for sure today," according to Canton Police investigative report about the incident. Albert contends that the text was a joke. No, it wasn't. 25 Investigates filed a public records request for Proctor's GPS records from that day. The data shows Proctor's unmarked cruiser drove a total of 8 seconds and never left his hometown of Canton. The rest of his travels were never recorded because Proctor's tracking device had been shut off. The state police began installing automated vehicle locator technology on all vehicles in 2019, costing an initial $225,000. That's your taxpayer money, guys. Then Colonel Christopher Mason touted the system as a key accountability tool following a major overtime fraud scandal in 2018. A state spokesperson in A state police spokesperson states the AVL system was implemented to enhance accountability, operational efficiency, and trooper safety, empowering supervisors and investigators to cross-reference location data during timesheet reviews and internal audits. However, a small number of vehicles, mostly unmarked cruisers assigned to investigate functions, are also equipped with a second physical device or switch that allows the operator to temporarily disable the AVL. As of September 5th, 2025, 418 state police cruisers, or about 14% of the department's roughly 3,000 vehicles, have these switches installed. 3,000 vehicles. The department explained that years ago, several district attorneys' offices expressed concerns that recording investigators' locations could endanger the safety of troopers, subjects, witnesses, and victims in sensitive situations. The switches were authorized in response to these concerns. That is such bullshit. So let me get this straight. So these DAs are like, well, no, this is dangerous for the officer, for their supervisors to know where these cruisers are at all times. Like it's Ted Daniel just did a public records request. Did you see him dox Proctor's address or anything like that? Why would it be bad for the supervisors to know where these police cruisers are? That makes no sense. The department denied a public records request for a list of vehicles. For a list of vehicles where tracking can be shut off, stating the information would be detrimental to the security and safety of uniformed members. They did share the AVL policy with 25 investigates. And here's that. Hold on. So this is all that right here. Like, can I zoom? This is way, like, hold on. Oh, I can. I can zoom it here. I think. There we go. So let's read this before I finish. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm already here. We'll go back to the rest of the article. But how long is this? Okay, it's not that bad. And this is really all I want to read. So the purpose of this policy is to establish guidelines and procedures for the use of the department's automated vehicle locator technology. AVL is designed to increase officer safety and accountability by enhancing the ability to rapidly locate and deploy department personnel and resources. AVL technology also improves coordination and resource management during tactical situations, assists in improving response times to calls for service, and increases situational awareness for all employees. Of course, like, what if there's a cop in a shootout and he can't communicate with dispatch? You know what I'm saying? Where he can't give his location. Maybe that cop is going to have a hard time giving the location accurately, and the supervisor can deploy some backup using the GPS on that uniform cruiser. So how is this a bad thing? The department's AVL utilizes global positioning systems, GPS, to determine the location of department personnel and resources. AVL technology allows for real-time command and control of department resources. Knowledge of resources that are in the vicinity of the incident improves officer safety, increases operational efficiency, and provides the department with an efficient and dependable means of enforcing work rules. Okay? So this is also to keep them in check. When they say to keep the officers accountable, it's to say, okay, to make sure you're not, I don't know, fucking off and drinking on the job and spending fucking taxpayer fucking dollars to go eat dinner. I mean, they're not spending literally the taxpayer dollars, but the time spent, the gas, that's all you guys. Like, money for their salary that should be spent on working a cold case, which you know they weren't doing, working a cold case, that was going towards them being able to sit around and fuck off and drink beer and get drunk and fucking, which would lead to Kevin Albert leaving his gun in Proctor's car, which he turned off which he turned off the GPS in. Accordingly, it is the department's goal and policy to utilize AVL in all marked department cruisers, as well as in many additional vehicles and resources as determined by the colonel, superintendent, subject to operational demands and available funding. Safety and accountability are the primary goals of the AVL system. However, AVL data shall also be used for all relevant purposes, including but not limited to the following: the deployment of personnel, excuse me, operational efficiency, patrol strategy, personnel and other investigations, and the enforcement of work rules, regulations, policies, customs, practices, procedures, orders, commands, and or directives. Department employees are reminded that in relation to the department's receipt and use of AVL data, they have no expectation of personal privacy. And I find that interesting. Like, I find that interesting because almost every car nowadays has GPS. Automatically, it comes with it. So basically, anybody's GPS can be used against them to prove that they committed a crime. Yet cops can just turn off their fucking GPS in their car and never get any shit for it. Think about that. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. Jen Fox. And hold on, let me finish the article because I have a few thoughts on this. Dennis Galvin, a retired state police major and president of the Massachusetts Association for Professional Law Enforcement, MAPLE, said there are legitimate reasons for going off the radar in limited circumstances. You could wind up disclosing information about critical witnesses or even informants and things like that. And those are the things that it would be in the department's interest to make sure that weren't available. Since when do uniformed cops have snitches and informants? Since when do they have CIs? I mean, I'm not a cop. I don't know. Maybe they do, right? But that sounds like a dude who's just defending cops, and I get that. He's a politician of sorts. A very low-level politician. I'm sure there's a lot of politics that go into the job that he has. So I'm sure that he doesn't want to lose the support of all the cops. And so he's going to say something to somewhat defend what they're doing. But I just find it weird that a uniformed cop would have a CI. Let's see. And those things, and those are the things that it would be in the department's interest to make sure that weren't available. I mean, critical witnesses, yeah, of course. You know, like if you got dirty cops, then you want to protect those witnesses, right? Sure. In Proctor's case, he was never disciplined for turning off his vehicle locator because he was authorized to do so. But see, here's the thing. If you didn't have dirty fucking cops, well, then this would be a perfectly legit system to be able to keep track of these cops and keep them in check. So it sounds like they're going, hey, I know it sounds like I'm protecting myself here, and I'm making excuses for going off the grid with taxpayer money bought police cruiser, with a taxpayer money bought police cruiser. But really, it's about protecting witnesses and confidential informants. It's about protecting them. No, it's not. Shut up. You know it's not. I don't want to hear that shit. An internal affairs report from 2021 highlights how the switch can be exploited. The report details an incident where then Trooper Dwayne Correa, I don't know, had his gun stolen out of the unmarked cruiser following a night of drinking in Providence. The fucking guy left his gun in the cruiser while he was out drinking. Unfucking real. Dude, what is happening right here? She likes Texas. She's like Texas. Just gifted 50 memberships, dude. Amazing. Thank you so much. She's like Texas. The state police acknowledge that the approach to using these switches varied in its application across the department. Colonel Jeffrey Noble recently implemented an updated policy. A state police spokesperson confirmed that new policy gives supervisors more direct oversight, specifically for reviewing the small number of requests to temporarily disable the system to protect the personal safety of troopers, victims, and witnesses. They keep using that excuse. Hold on. I saw, yes, thank you so much. Paul gifted 1 membership. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, you guys are unbelievably great. Seriously. The state police acknowledged that the approach using the switches varied in its application. I already read that. Hold on. The updated policy clarifies that the AVL should be operational during normal day-to-day activities and establishes a structured process for members to request permission to disable the system only in limited extraordinary circumstances. This request must detail the mission, expect duration, and specify safety reasons justifying the exceptions. I want to see if the GPS, if the AVL was disabled, deliberately disabled, manually disabled on January 29th, 2022. January 30th, 2022. I want to know. I want to know if it was disabled. And I want to know who else is disabling their shit. And in that video clip, they were saying that it could only be disabled by a supervisor. Who's the supervisor? Who was Proctor's supervisor? Or was Proctor the supervisor and he was just able to do it? Was Buchanan's GPS disabled on January 29th or January 30th, 2022? Was Tully's? So, I mean, you got to love Ted here, man. He's asking the right questions. Oh, my God, man. The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Oh, my God. Gifted a membership. Yuri was the supervisor. That's right. Proctor was the lead investigator, but Yuri was the supervisor, if I remember correctly. Tully and Yuri had their trucks. Is that their personal trucks? They use their personal trucks? Why would they use their personal trucks if that's the case? But I got to say, man, Ted Daniels, the real deal, dude. Like, that's some Turtle Boy shit right there. Like, that Ted Daniel, I was telling my members this on my Clubber Walk this morning. Ted Daniel is like, he's the only one in mainstream media that's had the guts to ask the right questions. He's the only one in mainstream media to go on YouTube channels and discuss it. You know, and he's gonna limit himself, but he pushes that line, man. He does. For mainstream media, he definitely does that. And you know, the guy is a workhorse, dude. Like every personal experience that I was lucky enough to have with Ted Daniel was always pleasant, to say the least. It was always pleasant. You know, we've made some small talk from time to time, but the point of me saying that is that he's very personable, very approachable, very easy to talk to. You joke around with him, you know, he's just an easygoing dude. And it seems as though these since the acquittal, he's been showing a lot of interest in some of the stuff that's been being uncovered. And he's been doing a good job of, you know, as best as I've seen mainstream media do, he's been doing a good job of asking the right questions. I wish that he would put more effort into Aiden's case. But you know, it's what it is. But yeah, Ted's always been cool, man. Like always. That experience, man, was great. That experience of getting to like be in the courtroom for Karen's trial has been really good. I was telling my members this morning that I got to there was one moment I was there during jury selection, and there was one day where Judge Bev cleared the whole courtroom, made everybody get out because she had to, I guess, ask a juror some questions or something like that. I still am not 100% on, I'm not even 50%, I don't think, on what actually took place that day. And why she cleared that courtroom. Because nobody was allowed to talk about it at the time. Thank you, Will, for always keeping it 100. Thank you, Carissa. I appreciate that. No, I haven't gone into Kelsey's stuff yet. I will. I'm going to ease in. That's not going to take me very long. So yeah, so I remember, so Bev clears the courtroom, and this is the second trial, and so many people, so much press is covering the jury selection just to see, like, how is the jury selection going? It's a story, you know, it's a strong story to cover this. So, during that time, it was pretty awkward. I described it this morning as kind of like when you're outside, kids that you don't normally interact with, but you find each other and you just kind of hang out and talk shit. It was that kind of vibe while we were waiting in the lobby of the courthouse. Because all the press people were just sitting there, and I just kind of got to be a fly on the wall and listen to all of these very professional colleagues talk about other cases that they've covered that they compare to this one, and most the general consensus was like, no, I've never seen any shit like this in my life. Like, there was a dude from USA Today there was another lady from some other news channel and a couple other news channels, and Ted Daniel was there, just, you know, just chilling, and everybody was just talking. It was really nice. And we just waited until Bev said everybody can come back in. So we did. But yeah, I think I was sitting there with Kelly most of the time. But yeah, Ted, I mean, I think that he has them. I just think that he gets, I'm sure he gets a lot of, I wouldn't say scolding, but a lot of, hey, watch it, you know, from channel Boston 25. I'm sure that happens. Because I mean, just mentioning Kevin Albert in there is a lot. He just left out the fact that Kevin Albert left his gun in Proctor's car that night. But he did mention that that other officer left his gun in his car and it got stolen back in 2021 after he left the GPS, after he turned the GPS off to go drink. Right. Ted's just not independent, man. That's all it is. And you can't blame him for that. Can't blame him for that at all. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's not like, and you look at the McAlberts right now and what they're doing to Turtle Boy. You look at that, and it's safe to say that a news company is going to be very afraid of any lawsuits. So they're going to touch everything with kid gloves. They're, you can't talk about this, you can't imply this, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And there's just, since there's no arrests made, like it's, they watch out for that stuff. And that's why it's important to have a Turtle Boy, in a case like this, because Turtle Boy doesn't give a fuck about that shit. Like, he's going to stick a phone in your face and he's going to ask you those questions. Like, what the fuck is going on with you Googling how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m.? What the fuck is up with that? You owe the public answers for that. And I'm sure Ted Daniel and reporters like him are itching to do that too. They just can't. They have bosses to answer to. So it just is what it is. But I like Ted. He's always been really cool. He's always been really great to the supporters outside. He's always just been really kind to the supporters outside, as well. And I've always admired that about him too. Yeah, the 2:27 a.m. thing happened. Like, Whiffin's a fucking cunt. So because this is really good, because this raises more questions. It raises more questions, like who else turned their GPS off? When? What other times? What other crucial times during this investigation? And is it significant that Proctor may or may not have turned off his GPS during the Karen Reed investigation? I'm very curious about that. In other news, for the subject of the thumbnail and title, is Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Now, I haven't covered, I think this is my third live stream on Kelsey Fitzsimmons, if not just my second. But I am invested in this case because I think that she is, at the very least, deserves to not be in jail right now. I can't believe what's happening to her. And you know what? I'm going to start looking into doing that. I just never had the inclination to FOIA anything, but I think maybe I'm going to ponder about getting my feet wet of doing my own investigating. We'll see. I mean, because that's important, man. People are FOIAing shit and uncovering a lot of shit. They are. Now, Tim Bradle tweeted the Terminator, who is not only Aiden Carney, aka Dr. Turtle Boy, aka Mr. Media, He's also the attorney for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. And Tim Bradel is a very, very passionate attorney, very passionate guy. And he tweeted here, folks, I am pleased to report that the full panel of Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court has granted further review of the Kelsey Fitzsimmons lower court bail determinations. The clerk's office will soon schedule expedited briefing. Thank you for your support. So this judge, in a nutshell, if I remember correctly, in a nutshell, revoked Kelsey Fitzsimmons' bail because she asked if there could be another means to fulfill her bail conditions. She can't breathe. She is it's described as her going into excruciating pain, causing her excruciating pain to conduct this breathalyzer test. And this breathalyzer test, all she asked for was, can we do a blood test? Well, apparently they failed to give those options. And so instead of just keeping the conditions as what they were, the judge said, no, you got to go back to jail too. Which is just insane. I still can't wrap my head around what this judge is thinking. So, of course, Tim Bradel, being the Tim Bradel that we all know and love, is not going to just take that shit. He's going to take it to the Supreme Court. And so they're at least going to hear now. They have determined that they're now going to hear Tim Bradel argue for Kelsey why this is this is torture. Yes, it is torture. Yes, it is inhumane. And so Tim is out there getting shit done. And I have not. I feel so bad about this. Did I save it? I may not have. Yes, no, I have it right here. Cool. So I have pinned to the top of the chat how you can raise money for Kelsey. And I want to check it out real quick, just out of curiosity. It has raised, you guys have raised $37,445 so far, which is amazing. Yeah, and not to mention all the other stuff that this poor woman's dealing with. I mean, she's trying to heal from this gunshot that was inflicted on her by her own partner while they were trying to take her baby from her, because they write up what is said to be a completely bogus restraining order against her, and clearly just used to take what she has from her. I don't know what the fuck this guy is doing, but he's obviously a piece of shit and an asshole. And so there's not only this fact that she has to she gets shot trying to keep her baby. And again, I still, and I'm going to say this a lot because I believe that her partner was trying to save her life. She did put the gun to her head. It misfired or jammed. And I think he saw an opportunity to take out her shoulder, his aim wasn't as good as he thought it would be and got her a little bit further towards the middle of her chest. And now she's hurt. But the problem with that partner of hers, he lied and said that she pointed the gun at him. So she's being charged with, I already forgot the charge. What is it? Assault with a deadly weapon. But yeah, this guy, he's a fucking freeloading piece of shit. That's what this is. He's like, I'm going to take the baby and then I'm going to take the house or any money made from the house that it's not even his at all, because he's predicting that he's going to win custody over her because of these charges. The problem is that Kelsey has a Tim Bradle, and Kelsey also has a community. And this guy's got no friends in this. Nobody that matters. Not that can outpower what we can generate. Because the more this goes on, the more support she's going to get. And it's really important to raise money for her. It's really important to raise money for her because she should not be in jail right now, and she should have a fair shot to defend herself against those restraining order allegations. Even if the restraining order allegations are true, which I don't believe they are, but even if they are true, why doesn't she get a fair shake? Hey, thanks, Microdots. Good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you too, Scott McGinnis. Why can't she deserve a fair shake to defend herself against that? Because the problem with that, it's a lot like the issue with Turtle Boy's case. Turtle Boy's case, he didn't do anything constitutionally wrong, but an unconstitutional law was weaponized to quiet him, to shut him up. So basically what's happening here is a law that allows someone in Massachusetts to just make shit up and file it in a restraining order that has the power to remove her child while she's suffering from postpartum depression, while she's in the most crucial part of the nursing phase and maternal connecting phase of her motherhood. I mean, this is all, everything that's happening to her is awful. It's absolutely awful. Like, and everyone should be appalled by it. The only type of person that I would imagine that would not be appalled by this is just a misogynistic douchebag, someone who just literally hates women, a fucking incel, a fucking incel douchebag, misogynistic prick, hateful. Like, I can't imagine anybody who would ever support this dude who's doing this to her. And there just seems to be so many. There seems to just be more and more and more of them. So I mean, I am so glad. I mean, this is just really good news. This is like the first win that Kelsey has gotten throughout this whole ordeal. This is the first win that she's gotten. So this is awesome. You know, I mean, it's not great. She's still in jail. And somebody refresh my memory. What was the latest thing this guy did? I thought at first it was that he tried to sue her. I covered that last time I talked about her, that he's suing her for the money for her house before she even sells the house for child support that he doesn't have custody for the child that he doesn't have custody of, which is crazy. Yeah, I know he tried to get the money for the house. Didn't something more recent happen that I'm just forgetting about? Oh, okay. So what does that mean, escrow? So did he just file for that? So it's going to a third party trust. The bank is holding the money, but she still has to pay it. Was that the ruling, or did he just file? Did he just file for that? And it has yet to be decided. Oh, they agreed to the $50K in escrow. Okay, that's crazy. Why would she do that? I mean, I get she probably just doesn't have a lot of fight in her right now. But okay, thank you guys. I knew something had happened. So a lien on the house, and he's awarded $12 a week. I mean, $12 a week. Okay. I mean, like, I spend that much on cigarettes every 3 days, 4 days. Yeah, $70 a month. I mean, that's I mean, it shouldn't be anything. She shouldn't be paying anything. That's fucking crazy to me. Can they reverse that? And thank you guys so much, man, because you guys, like, this is how I covered the Karen Reed case. I learned as I went, and you guys just were awesome in helping me understand some of these details. So it's $48 a month. So $48 a month, and then $50 goes in escrow. I'm confused. Right. He's not gonna get that shit while she's sitting in jail. Like, how's she supposed to earn? Okay, so it's just a temporary order. So that can be appealed, it can be overturned. Okay, good. Good. But he shouldn't get 1 cent. Yeah, he shouldn't get anything from her. And I'll tell you, I'm the guy that's like I hate when women use these situations to fuck over their men, like, I can't fucking stand that shit. That is one of the things that I despise most in life, is when women do this to men. But it pisses me just as much off to see a man do it to a woman, and especially a woman in her situation right now, under her circumstances right now. This is awful. No, Bettero's not on this case. Not yet, anyway. I mean, I haven't heard anything, but who knows? I mean, The last thing I expected was for Betterow to jump on Aiden's team, and I never expected that. I never expected for him to be asked to join Karen's team. But I was excited when I heard about it both times. But yeah, I mean, she's got the great Tim Bradle, the Terminator. Let me see this. Okay, $48 a month. Her boyfriend was tripping, real loser. He waited a couple days after they have a fight to get he didn't call the police when fighting because he probably would have gotten arrested. I mean, I don't know about all that. I don't know what the details of the argument was. I know that there's that statement that she put out, which was very informative, but it is one side of the story. But even still, like, even if you read that and you go, oh, she's probably a liar and a psycho and blah, blah, blah. I mean, she did hold the gun up to her head, blah, 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 blah. If you're one of these assholes, you know, like, at the very least, you have to acknowledge that's what's happening to her, and what's happening to her by this judge is absolutely wrong. What's happening to her legally is absolutely wrong. Any American should be against this. Any patriotic American should be against this. Yeah, it's crazy. She can't even tell her side of the story because she's either in the hospital trying to recover or she's in jail. I mean, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, there definitely needs to be way more eyes on this. And it sucks. You know, it's great that she has Tim Bradle, but it sucks that Aiden can't talk about this because Aiden would bring a lot more eyes on this. We know he would be able to. But yeah, I mean, I was listening to a channel that we don't like around here. And I remember them like talking about him, like saying, "Oh, he you know, he doesn't care about Gigliotti. He doesn't care about Kelsey Fitzsimmons. He only cares about himself." And dude, like, if you had any fucking insight that was worth a shit at all, then you would understand that Tim Bradle represents both those families, and there's a conflict of interest. He can't talk about it. He can't. If you want things to work out for these people, it's bad that Aiden talks about them. Morons. But anyway, Team Brittany, gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Let me read some outside channel donos here. I know I saw one come through, so I don't want to miss it or any of the others. Fairy Raven donated $25. Thank you so much. Just a little towards your trip to Boston in December. Awesome. Thank you, Fairy Raven. Appreciate that. And okay, and that's it right now. Thank you so much, Fairy Raven. Fairy Raven's so awesome. Let me see here. Is there anything else here? Yeah, and I love to see all of the. This is fantastic because there's 113 comments and they're all so positive. Natasha, thank you so much for the super sticker. I love to see this comments because, you know, people showing Tim Bradle and Kelsey some love, man, is good. So are you disappointed that they did not approve an oral argument hearing at this time? Tim responded, it's without prejudice for now, so we'll see what happens. I would love to have that plaza filled with her supporters. There you go. God damn, man. I'm never going to be able to save money, dude. Like, all my money's going to Boston. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. It's more than okay. I'm just like, there's so much happening and there's so much fucking fight to be had. And then Auntie Bev's long sigh. Nice work, handsome. I mean, Mr. Bradle. Woman named Joanne said, great news. I hope that the higher court gives us what the lower court took away, her rights. And then here's another post here. SJC order. Kelsey Fitzsimmons was indicted for 1 count of assault with a dangerous weapon in violation of blah, 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 blah. Dangerousness hearing was held on August 28th, 2025 in the Essex Division of the Superior Court Department pursuant blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is just this is actually really good. I'm going to go back and read this another time, like on my own. Well, no, fuck that. I'll just read this now. This is the SJC order. Hold on a second. Let me refresh here real quick.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you?
Thank you, JD, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Yeah, I had to refresh so that I could play my super chat song. It has to be played at least once. I mean, come on. Let me go ahead and just read this. So the SJC order, Kelsey Fitzsimmons indicted for 1 count of I already read that part. The 58A order was temporarily stayed until September 8th, 2025, when an order issued releasing Fitzsimmons subject to the imposed conditions. And those conditions were that the judge found Fitzsimmons to be dangerous, but released her on conditions including inter alia. I don't know what that means, that she abstain from alcohol and be subject to certain testing for alcohol use. Like, no problem. And the order was temporarily stayed until September 8th, 2025, when an order issued releasing Fitzsimmons subject to the imposed conditions. On September 10th, 2025, Fitzsimmons moved for relief from that condition that she be subject to certain testing for alcohol use. After a hearing held The following day, the hearing judge concluded that because Fitzsimmons could not comply with the alcohol testings and ordered, her release would endanger the safety of another person or the community. Consequently, the hearing judge vacated the prior order of release and ordered Fitzsimmons held without bail because she asked for something. Unreal. Fitzsimmons filed a petition in the county court pursuant to blah, 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 seeking relief from the order to commitment. Fitzsimmons further asked the single justice to address bail de novo. I don't know what that means. Release her from custody and order that the hearing judge be recused. The single justice denied the petition and Fitzsimmons appeals. The case is before to pursuant blah, 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 is amended 434 mass blah, 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 which applies to a petitioner appealing from a decision of a single justice denying relief from an interlocutory ruling of the trial court. The rule requires a petitioner to set forth the reasons why review of the trial court decision cannot adequately be obtained on appeal from any final adverse judgment in the trial court or by other available means. Based on the record, we are persuaded that the appeal should proceed. Filing a petition pursuant to blah, 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 blah is the proper means for seeking relief from pretrial detention based on dangerousness in the superior court. I guess this is just what this is like she copy and pasted the actual motion to the Supreme Court to be heard, which I'm grateful that she did that. Cynthia, thank you so much. Glera, just move to Mass and save on plane fare. No, because that'll just all get wasted on cost of living. So no, I don't want to do that. Like, hell no. Bro, Mexi, homie. It's good to see you, buddy. If you guys are into like paranormal shit, go check out Mexi, man. He just did one the other day. They traveled to Kansas City, I think it was, or Kansas, somewhere in Kansas. I don't know. I think. But Mexi does like paranormal investigations if you guys are into that stuff. So filing a petition pursuant to the proper means for seeking relief from pretrial detention based on dangerousness in the superior court. Fitzsimmons has no other means of obtaining adequate appellate review of the pretrial detention order. This appeal may proceed with full briefing in ordinary course. The parties shall confer with the clerk to arrange an appropriate briefing schedule. On October 27th, 2025, Fitzsimmons filed a motion to expedite this matter in which she requested that the court grant oral argument and expedite any hearing. The request for oral argument is hereby denied with prejudice as premature as crafting inappropriate. Oh, okay. This is the judge's decision. Got it. We express no view of the merits of the Fitzsimmons claims to the preliminary injunction. But I don't even know what this really is because it's copy and pasted. So I'm not reading the actual document. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat.
How dare you?
Bonnie Bailey, thank you so much. Trying to help wherever I can. Love all of you guys, and we'll miss you all when I go in the next weeks. Love each other, forget the stupid stuff, and help each other through these tough times. Listen, I'm not going to get into it right now, and I really appreciate your super chat. Thank you so much. But I just don't have it in me to kumbaya with just douchey, unaccountable, self-oblivious dickheads. Like, I just can't do it. I can't do it. It's not in me. But I appreciate the dream, and I appreciate that people don't like to see the rift between creators. It just is what it is. But I didn't create it. I didn't create it. All I did was observe the kind of people that when something like this would happen, their true colors would show. That's all I did. And I was right. So, yeah. But no, I really appreciate the support and everything. I just and I wish I could give you what you want, but I'm just not capable, you know. I wish I prefer to get along with everybody, you know, or just keep my distance from them, you know, who I can't get along with. So Misty, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you finally speaking your truths. Let me read this one. Thank you so much, Misty. Kathy Slaw says you need to read the November 4th entry, not the October 27th entry. The November 4th says they can file briefs. The court rules on oral argument. Yeah, I just read that whole goddamn thing and it was completely and totally fucking useless to me now. You know what I mean? And I don't know where that November 4th entry is. I'm just reading the stuff that's in Bradle's post on Twitter here. Not mass complaint says good. They found a way to deal with the obvious problem and hopefully won't open the door for a crap ton of frivolous stupidity over health issues, preventing bail conditions. Yeah. Thank you so much for your work on this case, Tim Bradle. I'm still praying for her and a speedy release. Thank you, Tim. And then this Hoops McCann person sucks. Awesomeness, says Stevie DT. Tennessee Homesteader, thank God. Let's figure this out, says fantastic news. Jennifer Flower says great news. I pray they see the injustice and the cruelty in the judge's ruling. Right. That's what I'm really hoping to see. Law girls, not attorneys. Amazing news, Attorney Bradle. So pleased to hear this. Calabron Show Dogs. Great news. Kelsey, the good guys are coming. That's right. Believe that shit. And I'm very proud to say that I got Tim's personal endorsement on covering this. So I'm really excited about that. It just makes me a little bit more fired up. And so, yeah, man. And she's got voices out there like Melanie Little, who's just fantastic, Nurse Kim. And that's just amazing. Can't lose. Because Melanie Little's great, man. She's got a lot of support. She's got a lot of a big following, and she is incredibly insightful. And the reason why she has a big following is because she's incredibly insightful. On Top X, thank you so much. A little something for the Chungas. Listen, man, them Chungas ain't getting no more of my money, bro. Let me do this real quick. Oh my God. Okay. All right. And guys, make sure to sub up to Microdots' Patreon, because Microdots just dropped a Patreon members only video in regards to Karen Reed's section What does it say here? Yeah, being sectioned, right. Canton Police disgusting Karen Reed being sectioned. So he's got more new audio. It's members only. So Microdots has more new audio, it looks like. I'm pretty sure. It might not be new audio. I just don't so I'll read it just so I could sell it to you guys better. Sell Microdots' Patreon better to you guys. And I'm gonna do this too. So go join Microdots Patreon. And he writes, hello, I wanted to share this short clip with you. The dash cam audio pics, blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I should be reading this. Maybe the post is for members only too. So I don't want to but I want to entice people to go and encourage people to get, no, Freddie. My studio is in my home. Yes. It is not a rented studio. It is in my home. And yeah, the idea of paying for a rented studio and having that kind of overhead seems incredibly stupid and insane. It just seems ridiculous. So yeah. I mean, unless you're at like if I were to hit like 200,000 subs, maybe, maybe. But yeah, I keep my overhead low, which is the only reason why I can afford to go to Boston as often as I do, because I live very, very modestly. I do not spoil myself with insane, unnecessary luxuries. I'm not a guy who's into stuff. I'm just not. Like, if I got a good TV, I'm spoiling myself, which is what I totally did. And that's the only because my last one broke and I had to replace it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to shell out an extra $100 or so for a slightly bigger TV and, better resolution. And I did. And I love my new TV. It's fantastic. But I just, that's it. I just chill around, chill with my dog and my cat most of the time. It's what I do. And go to the gym when I'm disciplined enough to keep up with it. But my gym membership is affordable. And that also keeps things very cheap. But what I'm going to do, yeah, here we go. Why can't I? There we go. Yeah. So go sub up to Microdots in Patreon. And find out what the new post is about. Well, no, I mean, I'm just not, I'm not that guy, man. I will shell out for Jordans once in a blue moon. I will do that because when I'm out and about, I like to look good, but I also keep my wardrobe very simple. I keep my wardrobe very simple. I wear t-shirts. I think my worst vice is buying t-shirts online because I like to support independent, independent little small businesses, online businesses who create t-shirts and cool creative ones like that. That's where I got the Pulp Fiction hoodie. I like my t-shirts, and that's kind of what my worst habit is. But well, yeah, it's real hard. It's real hard living with my mom when she lives in a completely other state. No, I pay rent. I have roommates, but I pay rent. But I live with roommates to keep my overhead low so that I can go to Boston often. So yeah, there's a lot of luxuries that I sacrifice just to kind of live the way that I do. Because I'm just not a materialistic guy. I like to have nice stuff from time to time, but I'm not generally materialistic at all. The phone lines are now open. Yeah, dude. Like, I also hate moving. So, like, every time I've had to move, I find that I have big, heavy shit that I just don't even fucking need. And I'm just like, why do I do this to myself? Like, this is fucking crazy. I don't even need this shit. So I just don't, yeah. I don't keep a lot of furniture. I just like to keep it's as long as I can cuddle with my dog and cat and watch movies, I'm happy. What's up, Broken Baker? Exactly, Broken Baker. That's exactly what I do too. If I can, I fly first class, but I don't own a car. I could afford a car, but I'd rather fly first class when I travel and walk everywhere and stay healthy. That's just how I live. You got Christmas tree lights? You got your Christmas tree up already? The fuck is wrong with you? I know people that hate you right now and they don't even know you just for that. Playing Christmas music and shit. I love Christmas music. I don't mind. Like, I live in this quaint little cool town too, where, like in the main road where you walk, they play music, and the lampposts, there's little speakers where I don't know where the source of it is, but it's on the street, and they and now they're playing Christmas music already, which is wild to me. Oh, my Christmas tree my Christmas tree. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put up a Christmas tree again. I love every year. I always have a Christmas tree when I stream. Yeah, I get excited about it, and I even will decorate it live. I'll do a members only live where I'm decorating my tree, and we'll just talk. When the time comes.
Call from the.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, it's the old lady from last night who wouldn't hang up. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm still blocked, but please read Bonnie's message again. There's something very, very important in there that you missed.
Who?
Bonnie, we love you. Take care. And I will hang up this time. Love you, Will.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know what. Okay, I don't know. What's up, Ray from Dallas? Homie. I don't know what she's talking about. So oh, is she like in hospice or something? That's terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
Call from
Sean from Tucson.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Sean from Tucson. Hey, Will, how you doing, bud?
What's up, Sean from Tucson? How's the cactus ass?
Cactus ass is a little sore, but I'm all right, man.
Right on.
We're just sailing with the captain in the great Southwest Desert, man.
Okay, cool.
You know.
How do you manage that
Hey.
if you're sailing in the desert? How you sailing in the desert?
It's magic, man.
I love it. Okay, right on.
You know, you get yourself a nice ball of rum and just fly,
Oh,
you know.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's a metaphor. Got
Hey,
it.
I was wondering about something, man. Have you ever seen a UFO?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I was like at a high school reunion back in the 70s, right? And some of us just left before the party was over. We went to a kegger in the mountains, and I saw a UFO. It was a black triangle. It made no sound. It blacked out the stars as it passed over my head, and it freaked me out, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, my buddy told me that if I just stay around the campfire and do the safety dance, I'd be okay, but I was not okay, man.
The safety dance. Yeah, you got to do the safety dance, bro.
The 3 days, I had 3 days of missing time, and I woke up in a ditch in a cornfield. I felt like I was doing the Thorzine shuffle after a colonoscopy, man.
God damn, dude.
It's just, yeah, it tripped me out. I'd never seen another one again, but hey, you know, it could happen.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
So, just wanted to call and say I love you, dude. You're a great guy, and keep on keeping on.
Yeah! Nick.
Well, thanks, man. Dude from Tucson. I love it. Hold on. I got to do that again. But there we go. That dude's fun. I love that dude.
Call from
Robert Cost.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
As a specially appointed prosecutor, Robert Cost.
Thanks for calling, specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on your presentation. I had to call in because the last guy was killed. It's a little windy out here, real clear. Sorry about that.
It's a little windy out there? Okay.
It is. I don't know if you can hear it.
Right on. No, not really. I think you're good. It's not too distracting.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a UFO, man?
Wow, Kasi G, you do a pretty good Ray from Tucson impression there.
Thank you. I've been working on that for like a minute and a half.
Did you have to stick a cactus in your ass to sound like that?
Yeah, man. I had the cactus, man. Yeah, it was a flat triangle, and I had 3 days of missing time.
Yeah, I played that clip because he reminded me of Dennis Hopper in Easy Rider.
Easy Rider, yeah.
What was that, man? Something just zigzagged and then it whizzed right off, man.
Yeah, man, it's unbelievable, man. Sounded like Chong a little bit, you know?
A little bit, yeah. But all right. Wait, I missed a super chat. I know I did because, yeah, Nicola Maxwell, thank you so much. Catching up, hit the like for Will. And she just sent me a Venmo too, which was really nice. We tip, appreciate you. Thank you for kind words. Really nice to hear, especially from you, Nicola Maxwell. Right on. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And holy crap, I missed this one. Jody gave me $100 and says, "Merry Christmas." Merry Christmas. I hope this helps bring your ass to mass. Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Very sweet.
Very nice.
Very nice. How are we doing today, man?
I'm doing well. I'm just, quadruple dipping over here.
Okay.
Working. And I had to call in. It was too much silence.
Well, yeah.
And,
people weren't too eager to call, but it makes it easier for you to get through, doesn't it? You always manage to get through, by the way. Like, people, I don't know who's going to pick up. Like, I don't know who's on the other end. I just take the next call, and he just always gets through. It's pretty amazing.
well, I can tell when you're going to turn the phones on. You have this little pause thing you do.
Kind of, yeah.
And it took me one try today. It took me 80 something last night. So
wow.
Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to call in, say hi to the antenna people, and come on the presentation for a couple minutes, and then go back to work before people stop bitching.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of innocent people you got to prosecute today.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're around everywhere. If I see them throwing up T-Rex arms or something, I hand out indictments. And, hopefully they show up to court.
Yeah, absolutely. I support all of your ventures, sir. I'm rooting for you to at least walk out of there with some face when Bettero mops the floor with you.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of face right now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just biding time and saying stupid stuff until I'm conflicted off the case. I mean, it's pretty clear that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what's happening. It's the inevitable. Like, you're gonna be conflicted off the case. It's just a matter of time.
I'd like to give a shout out to Gatuni.
Gatuni.
Yeah.
All right.
She's doing all the work for me over here.
She is. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you're gonna have to deal with that lawsuit. I don't know what you're gonna do about that. You think she'll take it all the way to court and you're gonna have to argue your case?
I don't know. I think I might
trial.
Have
trial.
I might have the legal upper hand there when it comes to Grant Smellis and Gatuni. I think I can. I can handle those two. But I'm not sure. But I think I can deal with them on a legal basis.
I feel like you're probably the stronger litigator, sir. I would assume so.
Yeah. As advanced in years as I am, even taking that into consideration, I think I have the legal high ground in that area. And but we'll see.
Well, you got a lot of wisdom. You got a lot of wisdom, and Gatuni doesn't have that. Grant Smellis doesn't have it.
Well, she doesn't seem to, does she?
Right. No, not at all.
I didn't have to do any of the work. She's done it all for me so far, and I'll be conflicted off coming up and be in full retirement.
There we go. Exactly. And then you go back to Tinder crushing some ass.
Yep, swiping left and right and up the middle and every other way.
That's right. That's right, my friend. We're all rooting for you. We want you. We want you swimming in ass soup, Kasi. Ass soup. Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove.
Ass soup. It doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world.
It doesn't, does it? I want you to be able to do a swan dive in that shit. Okay?
Sure. Absolutely. Looking forward to it, Will.
Right on. All right. Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, thank you for calling, as always.
Well, thanks for having me on your presentation, Will Clara.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove, everybody. You know what? I think I'm going to close with that one. I think I'm going to close with it. Well, I'll take one last call. I'll take this last call. Let's see what happens.
Call from
Jackie.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Will from Tennessee. It's Jackie from Alabama.
Hi, Jackie from Alabama.
How you doing?
Roll Tide.
War Eagle. I'm a War Eagle girl.
Oh, okay.
First of all, I want to get a shout out to Ray from Dallas. He is amazing.
Ray from Dallas, you are amazing. That's true. That's very true.
Just got a question and a comment. My question is, underneath all the bullshit, why do you think that Mike Crawford and LTL and Nan now are clinging so tight to JFK? I do not get it.
Yeah, I'm caring less and less about it as time goes by. So
I agree. I just don't understand it. And
because they showed their true colors, and it's the safe place to go. That's all that is. It's just they'll go wherever they're accepted, and that's what that is.
Is it money? Is it for them wanting to be popular? Their name called? I just don't understand it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, dude, those dudes, they would never come in my chat. Like LTL used to come in my chat when I first started. He would super chat me all the time. He was really nice about it. And we kind of held together, did our part in holding together Aiden's channel while he was in jail. And I like doing that with him. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him, but I was never anything but nice to that guy.
Well, I've never seen you be anything but nice and respectful and speak your mind when you have to. And I get so tired of these men trying to make every damn woman a victim when they're not. If a woman's being a bitch, she's being a bitch.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's my comment on that. But I'm from the South. You know, that's how we roll down here.
That's right. That's right.
And there's a lot of people that are coming into this story. I seen it on the news every now and then down here, like on CNN or Fox or whatever it was.
Which story are we talking about?
I never got into the Karen Reed and Aiden.
Okay.
So there's a lot of us, I believe, that came into this late that wasn't for the first trial or through the second trial and the acquittal, thank God, that are just getting to know you guys. And this is just crazy. It's not really that complicated to me anyway. It's not complicated.
It's not. I mean, there's a lot of ins and outs to it. Like, it's weird because when I cover Kelsey, I run out of stuff to talk about because it's not nearly as complicated as the Karen Reed case. There's not nearly as many bad actors. There's not nearly as many, as many details. Definitely not nearly as many court documents. But of course, I jumped on Karen's case 2 years after the fact. So,
right.
Well, 1 year and close to 2 years, I think it was. But yeah,
well, I can tell you, if you only watch the mainstream media, which I did at that point, and just got glimpses, it was Karen was drunk, it was an accident, and there's a crazy guy following her around named Turtle Boy that was asking crazy questions and screaming. That's the narrative you got.
Yeah, that's what you got, unless you looked into it, right?
Correct. Well, I won't keep you. I know there's a lot of people that want to call and talk to you. I just want to give you and Aiden and Nurse Kim and Jimmy and especially Ray from Dallas, who's caught too much crap. I've never in my life seen a black man had to prove he was a black man, especially being from the South. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm sorry, man, but like, I could tell immediately when he called in here that he was a black man. I didn't need the confirmation. And here's the thing is, I also didn't care, like it was so bizarre that was even a subject to discuss.
And all JFK does is go in his chats now and say, if you're a black person, put up a 1. What the hell?
It's bizarre. Like
I go in his chat and battle people, and I'm white as they come in the South, and I'll put up a 1 just for that they'll think I'm black.
That's what the funniest shit is. It's like you and me, like you're in Alabama, I'm in Tennessee, and I still ain't seen no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like this is the kind of thing that the narrative is that there's nothing but racism everywhere around us, and
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's racism everywhere, but us dumb fuckers in the South are not people running around with guns, racist, looking to kill people. It's crazy.
No, they're not. Like I used to look at a Confederate flag on someone's truck and just be like, kind of scoff at it. Now I don't even fucking care. I'm like, because it's free speech and all that. Like, why not? Why can't they take pride in wherever the fuck they're from if they want to? How do I know that they're a racist? I don't know if they're a racist.
Right, and you don't have to agree. You can look away. I mean,
exactly. It's not my fucking
ridiculous.
truck. I don't got to look at it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got to look at it. I can just keep walking.
I don't know. I think people in the North, like in the Yankees, like in Mass, make shit complicated. It's not complicated. Karen Reed was not guilty. There was no evidence he was hit by a car. Not guilty, and it's not complicated to me why Karen is distancing herself from Turtle Boy. He's controversial. She wants good publicity. She wants her movie to go nationwide. That's all it is.
I think so too, but I mean, it's not gonna hurt her none either. You know what I mean? What I believe it is that she believes that doing anything public and mentioning him and all that stuff, she thinks that it's going to devalue her title. I think she's trying to make her name a brand to be able to sell to people. She wants to be able to be paid for interviews with news conglomerates that can afford to pay her very well. She wants to keep her name valuable where she's not out there doing interview after interview after interview. And I understand that to some degree, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, what's the problem with Aiden? Like, the thing is I feel like it would be more valuable because the both of them are being wrongly. They were both being wrongly accused. Now, of course, I'm not trying to compare being accused of murder to being accused of witness intimidation. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're both wrongly accused, and one of them was wrongly accused for defending her, for uncovering the corruption involved in her case. So to me, it makes very little sense to not, merge and at least work together, at least publicly support each other. That's all.
I agree with that, but the ironic thing to me is, looking from the outside in and coming to this late, Turtle Boy made Karen Reed come to life and likable. The ironic thing to me is since she's kicked him to the curb and is doing this, her true colors are coming out and no one likes her. The only person that's hurting Karen Reed is Karen Reed.
I agree with most of that. Yeah, I agree with most of that. I mean, that is the truth. That's a very simple way of putting it. Like,
well, you know what?
Aiden made her likable, like
absolutely.
He did publicly likable.
Absolutely he did. Because the mainstream media didn't make her likable.
They
the people
sure
around
didn't.
In small towns didn't. The only person that brought Karen Reed to life to me was him. He made her human. He made her softer.
Yeah, if I hadn't, I mean, and I'm, I'm one of the few people that started talking about the Karen Reed case through other means, not Turtle Boy, but knowing what she's going through made her likable to me. You know what I mean? But before before I looked into the case, before I started actually looking into it, I chalked it up as she got drunk, backed into her boyfriend, who happened to be a cop. I figured it was an accident. The question is whether it's an accident or whether she did it on purpose. That was going to be the big question. But there's no way that if that's the narrative that people have latched onto, the majority of people, where there's no way she would have been publicly likable. She would have been somebody that should have been like, all right, well, you killed a cop because you're a drunk. That's how everyone would have looked at her. And sitting there in court and making the faces that she did would not have helped her either. So
correct. Turtle Boy done such a good job humanizing this woman that it came out in court that she cheated on John with Higgins, and people overlooked it and said, "Oh well."
Yeah.
And it's the same people now screaming, "Well, how dare you say Karen Reed would lie?" Hello.
Yeah, it's, the whole Higgins thing, the community did not give a fuck. They did not judge her for it. Nothing,
No.
like they just didn't.
But they would have had it not been for him. They would have.
Right. I know I didn't. I was like,
no.
I was like, okay, well, who knows what the fuck her problems were with this guy? That has nothing to do with what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what her problems were with John? Who knows what her problems were with John to where she sought attention elsewhere? I mean, that's not why we're here. We're here to discuss whether or not she struck John with a car.
Correct. My point is, had Turtle Boy not been on the case and made that human and made that her softer for those mistakes, the mainstream media would have convicted her just on that too.
Right. And they almost did. I mean, they came out with misinformation immediately saying that there was ring camera footage.
Correct.
And
anyway, my last point is I don't think Karen Reed will ever. I think she's listening to her people that I heard you on your stream the other night saying that one of the people that come on your show that was working with her wanted you to take something down because it made her image look bad. I think that's the people she's listening to.
Oh, yeah. No, you're talking about that thing with Nick Rocco when I had Susan Constantine on. Like, he quarterbacked that whole thing. All I did was host. That's all I did. I had no say. I never was in contact with Susan Constantine, not once. Like, Nick Rocco set that whole thing up, and then he contacted me because she didn't vet me and she didn't vet my channel. And then her husband apparently freaked out because of the intro that I played here earlier, which is just really funny because she just looked at it like, oh my God, he's degrading this woman. And it's not what happened. There was a channel who the creator of that channel, him and I were actually friends. And then he just went nuts. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. He turned into a total prick. And then he kept I was one of the channels that talked about Bullhorn Betty and exposed Bullhorn Betty for what she was. I spent a lot of time doing that. But he wanted to humanize her and make her seem nice and give an interview, but he knew that it would get a lot of views. And he was only doing it for the views. And so I decided, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to snipe the shit. I'm just going to fucking snipe it. So I streamed it live as he was live interviewing her. And I knew I would get more views doing it. So I did it just to fuck him over. And she ended up he uses OBS, which is a different software than StreamYard. And he had it to where when a super chat or a membership happens, a video will play automatically. I have to manually go and find mine and do it, right? And
Right.
so I have to manually find mine and do that. But he had his set up to where it would automatically do it. And to troll me, he had me, because I like to get drunk and cut up sometimes, you know what I mean? And one time we were drinking on a live stream, and then I got up and danced and had a good time, and then he decided to clip that as if it was going to be embarrassing for me, which it wasn't, because I don't mind doing that and I don't mind making fun of myself. I really don't. And so he clipped that, but the way he clipped it, that's why I was laughing so hard in the intro that you see, because he had it to where my image was right by her head while I was dancing. And every time somebody gave him money, this thing would pop up, and it looked like I was, like Betty was filleting me. And so, his troll on me completely backfired. And that's why I was laughing so hard, because I didn't even have to do anything. And I got to stream it live. So,
it sounds like to me the only people that would be offended by anything like that are people that have too many forks at the table to decide which one to eat their salad with.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I only got 2 more comments. I don't think Karen will ever be cordial with Turtle Boy, especially in public. I think he should carry on with his story, and part of that story now, thanks to how she's done him, is how she's done him. That will only benefit him. And the second thing, anyone who doesn't know how real Southern men roll, they will never understand your truthfulness and your loyalty to your friends does not change whether you're on whoever you're on the phone with, no matter if you've had a drink or not, or what town you're in. That's just how real men are. So kudos to you.
Thank you for that. Yeah, and I still want all the good things for Karen Reed and Aiden. I want them. I want, Aiden seems to still want to work with Karen Reed, and I support that 100%, and I hope she does. And Karen Reed, I hope that all of the best things, that all of the spoils that come with being acquitted, happen for her. I hope I've always said it, and my position hasn't changed on that. I hope that she ends up running Boston, dude. I hope she ends up fucking owning people, and people get fucking fired, and she gets to sue God knows who.
I agree.
And I hope she ends up on every fucking talk show, and I hope she gets to host her own talk show if she wants at some point. I hope all the good things that can come from this happen for her. I really, truly do.
I do too. I hope she gets all that too. I don't like the way she's heading down this direction. I would think and hope, with everything she's been through, that she doesn't try to step on people she sees beneath her just to get on top. That's not good.
Right. I mean, it's not that she's stepping on anybody. She's just not giving a fuck about how she got here. How she got the support that she got.
When she dropped that nuke as you call it, in JFK's chat, she stepped on you and she stepped on Nurse Kim. To me, that's stepping on people.
Yeah. And Jimmy even got shit all over Twitter for what? He didn't do anything,
Well,
I remember him
longest,
calling
right?
me, like he called me on the phone, and he was like, what the fuck is with the pile-on, dude? Like, I was like, I don't know. This is fucking crazy. When it first happened, he was like, I mean, it's good and dandy. People are doing what they do with their channels, but why the fuck am I getting piled on all over Twitter right now? That's crazy. And I was like, yeah, you shouldn't be. None of us should be, but you especially shouldn't be. Like,
Jimmy's been everything from a turncoat to a black man in the last month and a half.
Yeah.
But anyway, Will, I respect you. I respect Aiden, and I do want what's best for Karen. But to me, I guess I'm from the South, and I live a simple life in the country. It's not complicated. None of this is complicated. People are just trying to make it better.
And the cost of living out in the country in the Bible Belt is just too sweet to give up. It's too sweet to give up. I'm not moving to Boston. That's insane. I can't believe people live there.
Hell no.
I can't believe people live there.
And it's amazing to me. I go online and I battle people all day long on Twitter over Aiden and Ray and all them. And one of the first things they say is, "You're inbred," and I'm just like, "Yes, I'm married to my first cousin. So fucking what?" No, when I'm not. No, when I'm not. But
I
still.
figured you were joking, but yeah, that's why not. I mean, who gives a fuck what people think? Fuck them.
Right, we can read and write down here, people. We're not stupid.
Right.
But anyway, Will, good job. Keep on, and y'all have got support more than you know.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. War Eagle.
All right. Bye-bye. She was awesome. All right, folks. Yeah, folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up and keep this one short, man. 2.5 hours. It's not 3, but 2.5, man, I think is good. I don't think there's anything else that I want to go over. Maybe there is. I don't know. I'll have to check. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't want to stream that so quickly. He only dropped it an hour ago, but Loophole Lawyer just dropped a really good video, looks like. I'm going to go ahead and share the link in chat though. I'm going to leave it in chat and then I'll go over it next time I go live, but I want to give this guy a chance to get all the views that he wants. But go check it out. I mean, I got to give the guy a little longer than an hour, you know what I mean? Before I stream it. And I always share it and I always promote it and everything like that because you guys are always really good about jumping out of the chat real quick and then giving it a like, you know, because that's really what matters. We're all watching it as long as it gets all the views and all the likes that he's going for, man, then you know, I find it to be okay to stream them. And I mean, it is fair use at the end of the day, but at the same time, I still like to, when it comes to channel growth and that sort of thing, I want to be able to, I want good channels to grow and I want to help them do that, even if they're bigger than me, if I can. But yeah, I think I'm just going to call it. This is a 2.5 hour one. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys. Make sure to hit the like on your way out. Make sure to support. Make sure by subscribing. It's free. And make sure to hit the notification bell. And thank you guys so much for all of the support in every form. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys are so kind. And maybe I'll go live tomorrow. Maybe I'll go live later tonight. Who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe I'll do a live before Aiden goes live. It is Tuesday, so he should be going live tonight. Maybe I'll do a pregame. Allison Faith, thank you so much. Cox responded to Jackson. Oh, thank you for that. Yes. You know what? This might be a 3-hour live. Because I do want to go over Cox's response. Commissioner Cox of the Boston Police. I want to go over his response to Jackson's. I meant to do that. Thank you for reminding me. Bro, I love to see these people melt down, bro. but I'm not even getting it into that right there. Yeah, so now it won't be 30 minutes. This will just take me a minute. So this is Commissioner Cox's response to Alan Jackson's call for having him put on the Brady list for lying, because he clearly fucking lied very publicly. And Alan Jackson called him out on it, called him a fucking liar. And it says here, what I need is to be, I love this shit. This is the balls on this guy is amazing, dude. This guy, Commissioner Cox is like the worst public speaker in the world. And Microdot's video about the Dever and Cox thing is fucking great. So this is a post from Aiden here. This is Cox's statement. What I need is to not be asked this question ever again pertaining to anything to do with the police department. My condolences to the O'Keefe family for what they've gone through, because we did lose a department member. But outside of that, this has nothing to do with us, and I'm not going to speak on this again. This is like, that's walls closing in on you, bro. And let's see what Aiden said about that. What I need is to never be asked this question again. If this quote from Commissioner Cox doesn't sum up the entire Karen Reed saga, then nothing does. They want us to stop asking questions about corruption and their involvement in the cover-up of police officers' murder. He's just lucky that the victim's family is filled with short bus idiots like Paul and Peggy who have zero intention looking for answers. That's not unfair. And Olivia commented, when the police are put in the hot seat for their own misconduct, it's no wonder why they'd want to criminalize free speech to keep the public from learning their misdeeds. I completely agree. So yeah, that only took me 2 minutes. So anyways, guys, I am wrapping this up. Thanks guys for hanging out. I do love you guys very much. Remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.